Terence Crawford doesn't just beat opponents, he studies them, adapts to them, and then takes apart everything they came in with. Round by round, the puzzle gets harder for them and easier for him. Today we're breaking down exactly why Crawford is the most dangerous man in boxing right now. 5 reasons. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Fight Archive. Reason number 1, his fight IQ is at an absolute elite level. Terence Crawford is one of the smartest fighters in the sport. And that doesn't just mean experienced or well-coached. It means that inside the ring, under pressure in real time, he is processing information at a level that very few fighters ever reach. Most fighters come in with a game plan and stick to it whether it's working or not. Crawford does the opposite. He comes in with a plan, but his real plan is to figure you out as fast as possible and use what he finds against you. He's watching from the very first bell, how you move when you're pressured, what you throw when you're hurt, where your hands go when you're tired. He's collecting that information every single round and building a picture that gets clearer and more dangerous as the fight goes on.
Terence likes 2 or 3 rounds to get his game plan, gauge distance and range, and understand what he wants to do.
This is why Crawford consistently gets better as the fight progresses. Early rounds he's studying.
Here with Crawford.
Middle rounds he's adjusting.
Something out. He sniffed them out. He knows that he don't like the...
Late rounds he's executing against a version of his opponent that his opponent didn't even know they were showing. That's not just intelligence. That's a level of in-fight adaptability that is genuinely rare at the top of this sport. And it's the foundation that every other part of his game is built on. Reason number 2. His switch hitting is the best in the business. If Crawford's fight IQ is what makes him dangerous, his switch hitting is what makes him unpredictable. And the combination of those 2 things is what makes him almost impossible to prepare for. Switch hitting, the ability to box effectively from both orthodox and southpaw stances. Most who switch have a dominant side and a weaker side. They use the switch as a trick, a momentary change to create confusion, before going back to what they're comfortable with. Crawford doesn't have a weaker side. He is genuinely elite from both stances. And that changes everything. Think about what it means to prepare for a fight. You study your opponent's stance, their power hand, their favorite angles and combinations. That preparation is a huge part of what gives fighters confidence walking in. Against Crawford, that preparation becomes almost useless, because at any moment he can switch into a completely different version of himself, different angles, different power hand, different attack patterns, and do it fluidly without losing any effectiveness whatsoever.
Now the switch in stance from Crawford.
Reason number 3, his precision and timing are on a different level. Crawford is not a volume puncher. He doesn't throw 50 shots around hoping enough of them land. What he does instead is far more efficient and far more damaging. He waits. He reads. And then he throws exactly the right punch at exactly the right moment.
Gamboa. He keeps battling, falling forward. Uppercut. Drops him.
His timing is exceptional. He finds the gaps in his opponent's guard that most fighters can't even see, and delivers punches into those gaps with a consistency that makes almost every shot count. While other fighters are throwing combinations where half the punches miss or land on arms, Crawford is threading shots through with a precision that is almost surgical. And the timing element takes this even further. A punch thrown at the right moment, when your opponent is mid-movement, when their weight is shifting, when their guard is adjusting, lands with significantly more impact than the same punch thrown a split second earlier or later. Crawford understands this instinctively. He's not just accurate, he's accurate at the perfect moment. The result is that opponents often look like they've been through far more than the scorecard suggests by the middle rounds. That's precision and timing, doing their work quietly, building damage that accumulates faster than it appears on the surface. Reason number 4, he is completely balanced on both sides of the fight. Some fighters are elite offensively and solid defensively. Some are the other way around. Crawford is elite at both simultaneously, and that balance is what makes him uniquely difficult to fight. Defensively, he works with a tight guard, constant head movement, and smart positioning that makes him hard to hit clean. He doesn't rely on one specific defensive technique. He mixes everything together based on what the moment requires. Shoulder roll when the distance is right. Head slip when the punch is coming straight. Footwork to take himself out of range when the combination is too heavy to deal with up close. It's flexible, intelligent defense that adapts to whatever his opponent is throwing. And here's what makes that defensive quality so dangerous when you combine it with his offense. He is almost never out of position because his defense is so sound. He doesn't have to recover from being off balance or reset after eating a big shot. He's always right there, composed, in position, ready to counter immediately. Hard to hit and always ready to answer. That's the blueprint for elite two-way fighting, and Crawford executes it as well as anyone in the sport right now. Reason number 5. His killer instinct separates him from almost everyone. Everything we've talked about so far, the IQ, the switch hitting, the precision, the balance, those are the qualities that make Crawford an elite boxer. But this last one is what makes him truly dangerous. Terence Crawford has a killer instinct that is almost unmatched at the top level of this sport. The moment Crawford senses that something has changed in his opponent, that they're hurt, that they're slowing down, that something in their movement or their guard has shifted, he responds immediately. The tempo changes, the pressure increases. He becomes more aggressive, more calculated, and more relentless all at the same time. This is harder than it sounds. A lot of technically gifted fighters lose that predatory instinct because they become so focused on the craft of boxing that they don't always pull the trigger when the opportunity is there. Crawford never has that problem. He can be the most patient, methodical boxer in the world for 8 rounds, and then the moment the door opens, he becomes a completely different animal.
The finisher they all expect him to be. He is. What a huge leap.
His record reflects this. Despite his technical style, Crawford has finished a remarkable percentage of his opponents. Not because he's a wild puncher who gets lucky, but because he reads the moment perfectly, attacks with precision, and doesn't stop until the job is done. That combination of patience and ferocity, of technical excellence and finishing ability, is what makes him the most dangerous man in boxing today. The fight IQ that gets sharper as the rounds go on, the switch hitting that makes preparation almost pointless, the precision and timing that turns every punch into a calculated strike, the defensive balance that keeps him composed and always ready to counter, and the killer instinct that turns technical mastery into finished fights. That's not just a great fighter, that's a complete one. Once you understand what you're looking at, every Crawford fight becomes a masterclass. If you learned something from this video, drop a comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe. And like always, stay dangerous.